Welcome back to another video of Miko's Corner. Hope you have a great day. Today I'm gonna be reacting to a video recommended by a subscriber. Now, right off the bat, I don't know anything about this video. Pretty much only the context. Maybe even that I might be mistaken. But yeah, if you like the video and if you enjoy my reaction, subscribe, give a like, super, and let's go in.
Hi, I'm Mitch.
I was wondering what was happening there. I thought it was like broken.
Hi, I'm Mitch Maki, president of Go for Broke National Education Center.
What the
We
hell?
tell the story of the Japanese American soldiers of World War II, of their courage, patriotism, and sacrifice
Okay.
as they upheld America's promise.
Yeah, they were
The
put in
promise
camps
that
as
in
well.
our nation, no one is to be judged by the color of their skin,
Yeah.
the nation of their origin, or the God whom they choose.
Yeah, it was just really fucked up when you think about it. That Japanese soldiers or Japanese people in general were put in camps, in concentration camps during the Second World War. And from an objective point of view, I can see where the American government was coming from because there are like millions of Japanese. What if they're more loyal to their homeland than to America? But it looks horrible on paper, and morally speaking, it looks horrible. From an objective point of view, I can see, what if they start rebelling? What if they start, using guerrilla tactics within the country? On the other hand, you're putting fucking American citizens in concentration camps. So,
To worship. As we all know, our nation is currently struggling with a crisis of conscience.
what year was this made?
Despite the promise of America, not all individuals in our nation have been embraced by the American value of equality. In recognition and support of the Black community, Go for Broke National Education Center will be sharing stories of Black American soldiers during World War II,
Okay.
of their courage, of their patriotism, and of their sacrifice.
Okay.
They upheld America's promise, and in doing so, provide us
What the hell is this guy gonna run for office? What the fuck, man?
today with
Get
a
over
moral
it, man.
sense
Jesus
of
Christ.
direction. During World War II, Black American servicemen stationed in England were generally welcomed by their British hosts in ways that were completely opposite of the Jim Crow segregationist practices back in America.
Yeah, I know about that.
Black GIs would drink and socialize in mixed company in British pubs, where they were not only allowed to enter, but were warmly welcomed by the locals. Black soldiers saw around them a very different reality from that which they faced at home, a non-segregated society where they were welcomed as fellow
Happy
fighters
Easter,
against
Adolf.
fascism rather than second-class soldiers. The U.S. Army authorities, however, did not condone this equal treatment. 1943, the 1511th Quartermaster Truck Regiment, a segregated black unit, was stationed outside the town of Bamber Bridge. U.S. military authorities demanded that the town's pubs impose racial restrictions.
Okay, I didn't expect this kind of video. I was expecting like a battle on a bridge by like 20 soldiers facing 2,000 or something. I don't know what the hell.
The three village pubs responded with signs that read, "Black troops only."
Okay.
On the evening of June 24th, black troops and white locals were enjoying themselves at the Old Hob Inn.
Ugh.
At closing time, white military police arrived and tried to arrest Private Eugene Nunn, a black American soldier, for not wearing the
I was
proper
gonna say
uniform.
something fucked up. Yeah.
But they were faced with white British soldiers, both male and female, who sided with Nunn and his fellow soldiers. The incident escalated into a fistfight, and the military police were beaten back.
Yeah.
Later, the MPs returned with reinforcements, and a battle developed in the street. Shots were fired.
Okay, I'm sorry if this completely took me off guard. I was expecting a video. When I looked at the title, I didn't read anything about this. So I was like, okay, maybe Bamber Bridge. They defended the bridge. He was among us. Maybe three guys against 200, and then somehow they blew up the bridge. I didn't expect this at all. Okay, so not that I'm against this, but it completely took me off guard. I was like, what the fuck?
And Private William Crossland, one of the black soldiers, died with a bullet in his back. 4 other injuries to black American soldiers occurred in a 5-hour confrontation which ended at the Adams Hall Army Camp. The events of that night led to the death of 1 black soldier, significant injuries to several others, and the convictions of 27 black American soldiers, which would later be commuted or overturned.
I mean, yeah, when you look, back in the day about how people, treated people, especially like, people who are willing to die for their country just because they're black. It's just fucked up. It's like, ugh, like let the people die for their country. Like, what I mean? And there's so many stories where people back in the day did incredible feats of either honor or just incredible feats. Like, for example, Alan Turing. How much of a more fucked up situation is that? A mathematician, brilliant mathematician, figures out the Enigma code that the Germans were using, saved millions of lives, because he was able to decode the machine with which the Germans encrypted their messages throughout the. They used one machine called the Enigma, basically. They thought it was unbreakable, and then the guy ends up sterilized because he's gay. They figure out he's gay, and they toxically sterilize the guy, and he ends up killing himself. I think he even goes to prison. Like, what the fuck was that about? You know what I mean? So that's the most, like, to me, because it's like you save millions of. That's your recompense, dude.
The events in Bamber Bridge highlighted the vexing paradox of race relations and prejudice at the time. Despite the open armed welcome from British citizens, the U.S. Army uniform provided no protection from the racist attitudes embodied by the U.S. Army authorities. After their service, black soldiers returned stateside with little tolerance for the pervasive and prejudiced Jim Crow laws. But they soon discovered once again that their service provided no protection from the discrimination and racial violence that still permeated America. The harsh reality was that some black veterans were to be lynched, a harrowing.
Imagine you survive the war, you end up going home, you get lynched. Like, that's just like
image of suppression and racial intolerance.
Yeah, must suck.
The struggle for equality and social justice continues on today. We at Go for Broke National Education Center honor these black American soldiers of World War II who served and sacrificed for our nation.
Yeah.
And we continue our commitment to ensuring America's promise.
The guy should run for president, Jesus Christ. I don't know what to even think about this video. It was a completely different video than what I was expecting, to be honest. Now my thoughts on the video. I'm not surprised. It's not like, oh my god, this happened. Like, 1943, come on. It's just one fucked up mother after another. And I'm sorry if you think, oh, you're so cold, how can you say that? What do you want them to do? I've heard so many fucked up stories in that, especially like the 40s. Are you kidding? It's just, everything's fucked up. Like, how much, like, you're a soldier. You say, I'm gonna defend these people, this country, and then you get discriminated. And what was interesting in the video, the way he talked about it was the juxtaposition between American and British reaction to segregation, because in Britain they abolished slavery, so they have a very different mentality, I guess. They don't have the same culture as America has when it comes to race relations. But and it showed, how he said that, back over there in Britain, everybody was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Anyways, I hope you enjoyed my reaction. If you did, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.